Hello, hi, welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Libra in mid-December 2019. Hello, Libra. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. All right, guys. Welcome to December. Welcome to the end of the year, end of the decade that we know of, right? We're leaving a decade behind, right? The 2010s, the teens, moving into the 20s. Woo! Anyway, guys, happy holidays, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that fun stuff. Whatever you're doing, I hope you're having an amazing time. I hope that you're able to celebrate with those that you know and love, and that it's a wonderful festive event for you, or several events, or whatever you're doing, okay? Libra, quick announcement before we get into the regular ramble. I won't be going live for the collective during Christmas or New Year's. I simply just don't have the time. I got a lot of stuff on my plate that I got to take care of. So I will go live for the collective in January. So be on the lookout for that. If you're subscribed, make sure that you have it set with YouTube that you can see posts. That way you will be notified of when I actually set a date and time for when I'll go live for the collective. Okay. All right, let's get into the regular spiel. Libra, I've shuffled off camera. That's your main spread there. I'm going to shuffle on camera now for your outcome and your overall energy. The timestamp is already in the description box for you if you want to jump ahead. Also down there is the information you will need if you want to book a personal reading with me. You simply select from the menu that you see listed there. You send payment. I upload your video and everybody's happy, assuming, you're pleased with the message that you get. But if you have a question before you actually place an order, feel free to email me at the same address, and I will answer you as soon as I can. All right, guys? All right. We did it. Let's get your outcome. Please show me Libra's outcome for mid-December 2019. Outcome for Libra in mid-December 2019. Please show me. Wow, pretty good. Pretty good as in it came out quickly. Not pretty good as in I have any understanding of what that is just yet. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. And let's go ahead and flip what came face down for you guys. Come on, man. Okay. Okay. All right, and let's figure this whole thing out, shall we? Please show me where Libra is in mid-December 2019. Please show me Libra in mid-December 2019. Please show me. Wow, come on. Okay, we got it. Whew. Honestly, you're all over this. Energetically, it felt like, but we finally got a starting point because that's what I need in order to get this ball rolling, yeah? Libra, coming into mid-December, you come in with the Queen of Cups in reverse. Water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You could be dealing with a water sign, but you don't have to be. But in the reverse, slight bitterness here. I feel people are a little sour. There's sour grapes going on between you and other people or a specific person. I'm feeling there is, wow, they just threw it in my face, codependency. Like, well, not my face. They technically put it in my voice, my vocal cords, and I was compelled to spit that word out. So there's an issue of codependency here for somebody. I don't know in what way. They just want me to say codependency. So maybe some of you have been Googling that term lately. Maybe it's come up in conversations, or if, you've been, in therapy or something like that, or self-diagnosing, it could have come up in that way. But Queen of Cups, this energy is feeling like a turn away, or like I said, a souring of a situation, of a relationship. I think that a lot of steam has or a lot of the affection and kindness has kind of just been dumped out of this relationship, dumped out of somebody's heart. Maybe the Queen of Cups, you or the other person, I can't really tell. if you're so strongly aligned with the person who has lost the feelings, or if it's someone else who has lost feelings. But the Queen of Cups in the reverse, again, I'm getting this feeling of like sourness, bitterness. The quality of the Queen of Cups when she's in a negative, quote unquote, negative space or negative energy isn't the most irate energy in the world. It isn't the most abrasive. It's not the most volatile, but it is still kind of difficult because not to be insulting to anybody, but there's like also a tendency with this Queen of Cups energy reverse for things to be melodramatic, for there to be slamming of the door, for there to be, ultimatums, or, crying, people with tears streaming down their face, pleading and begging, or angry tears. There's a lot going on here. I don't exactly know where you fit in. You know your life better than I do, Libra. So if you're receiving that energy or you're the one projecting that energy, you already know. To kind of keep it, here's what I'll do. Let me put it down. To start with, I'm going to say you're this person. If you're not that person, you already know. Just go ahead and flip it. It's a general energy. You didn't pay me for this message. You didn't ask for a personal. So you're sharing the message with other Libras or other people dealing with Libras, okay? So if you know you're not the melodramatic, bitter person in the story, let yourself off the hook and flip it around, okay? Now, this Queen of Cups is oh man, this is very difficult. This person, this energy, Libra, again, I'm gonna go with it's you, because just to keep it straight in my mind, because this person has been all over the map, emotionally in flux, like they're showing me wave patterns on a graph, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. I don't want to accuse you of anything. I don't want to label you as anything, Libra, but this feels like troublesome energy. And you've been wrestling with things, or you've been trying to work things out on your own. Like I said, some of you, maybe you've been Googling how you feel. You've been trying to figure out what's wrong with you, or why you can't necessarily get over something, or you can't come to terms with something, or you can't express something, or you can't, there's a blockage here. There's a lot going on. Holy shit. This energy is massively dysfunctional, okay? Again, I'm not trying to call anybody out. I'm not trying to label you as anything, but this energy that I'm attached to right now, that I've been able to tap into for this reading, is basically saying this person is on one. This person is in a hurt space, in a deeply disturbed space, dysfunctional space, a vulnerable space in some cases, imbalanced, whatever it is. And what is manifesting out of this person, what's coming to the surface, is now irrational, or very, like I said, melodramatic, over the top behaviors. Additional, when we have I almost said the Knight, the Queen of Cups in reverse, we can be indulgent in substances. We can be indulgent in drink, okay? We can be leaning on substances or behaviors that allow us to escape our problems. It doesn't have to be drugs or alcohol. It could be overeating. It could be, going to, to bring a little bit of levity in here. It could be like Fight Club, in order to alleviate the stress of your day, you just go to your underground Fight Club and you punch Brad Pitt in the face and you feel better about yourself. I don't fucking know. But listen, you or whoever this is, I don't know what to do with this energy. And maybe that's the point. Maybe you're feeling a lot of different things at one time. Maybe you feel pulled in all kinds of directions. Maybe life right now for you, Libra, holiday season, I get it. Not to say that's an excuse, or to say it only happens around this time, but I think it could kind of exacerbate how you feel. It could just sort of, poke the bear, or stoke the flame, or stoke whatever ails you, so to speak. I feel that there's just a sense of overwhelming for you. And there's not a lot that I feel this energy is able or capable or willing to do to fix the problem. Willing, capable, or able. You pick which one you are. Are you not willing? Okay, that's a problem because that's choice. Are you not capable? Do you not have the resources? Do you have issues with your self-esteem? Do you not believe in your own capabilities? Or are you not able? Are you in circumstances? Are you in situations that prevent you? Are you around people that prevent you? Or make excuses for your behavior, or whatever the hell's going on. I don't know what this is. I've said a lot of things and I don't really, God, what is this? Maybe that's how you feel. You're like exasperated with yourself. What is this? What am I going through? Googling depression, a long list of symptoms when it comes to depression. And there's a long list, or a very, it's so varied and so not dynamic, but wide, the ways that people can experience and cope with and show signs of depression. So you Google a little bit more. Maybe you go to manic depressive, or not manic depression, but bipolar or something else. And you're just Googling, like you're in a rabbit hole, staying up until 3 a.m. trying to like self-diagnose yourself. Again, possibly because you're not willing, able or capable to seek help outside of yourself. Yes, Queen of Cups in the reverse is not receptive. Because when we have queens in the upright, queens are masterful receivers. They know the art of receiving. They are not bothered or felt. They don't feel strange in accepting help. Queens are very much into giving and receiving. Yeah. Reverse, not so open to receiving. I feel, this is an energy that casts everybody out, that pushes people away. Don't look at me. Don't worry about me. Don't criticize me. Don't try to help me. Don't take my bottle of Jack away. Okay, somebody is a fan of Jack Daniels. Okay, don't do anything for me. Don't come near me. Stay away. Okay, could be a warning. Stay away. Save yourself. Listen, that could go on forever. I hope you get the gist of what's going on there. It's you or someone else. Okay, there's a endless supply of what is going on with that Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, you're all dealing with different issues, different qualities or degrees of intensity with that. Okay, I can't, because that's a lot, my friend. That's a lot. Now, what else is going on? Well, shit, it's a fucking burden. My God. So, this is wearing you out, or wearing everybody in the situation out. 10 of Wands, right above that Queen of Cups in reverse. 10 of Wands is about spiritual burden, or life force, energetic burden. Yeah. Also, manifests or comes about in physical ways. You could be incredibly tired all the time. Who could blame you with everything that I was talking about there? If you even have a portion of everything that I was mentioning, or even a portion of what I was feeling, and even then I'm not feeling it full force. I'm just like, I myself, as a person, am pretty level-headed. I felt all kinds of discombobulated with that energy. I felt one thing for like a microsecond, and then I felt something else. And it was just like this ping, 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 boom, 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 boom. It was just like everywhere. And if that's what you are dealing with personally, or that's what you're dealing with in the form of another person, and you're helping them, you love them, they're your friend, family member, lover, spouse, child, it doesn't matter. That's a lot. So then it comes out like this. We are all... Oh, yeah. Because they want me to note, like, what's here. Like a cityscape, or like, an old medieval town kind of thing going on here. So within a family, within a friend circle, within, you know, this could be workplace, people being overworked or something like that. Whatever, wherever you are, wherever you commune and you share time and space with other people, I feel like everybody is taking a little bit of this energy home with them. Everybody's dealing with some type of stress. Again, holiday season, we get family back together, and, you know, not in my family because it's either I skip it or when I'm around, it doesn't happen. But in many people's families, when we all get together under one roof, shit goes like all over the place. You know, things just fall apart, and things become volatile, or they become really aggravating and stressful. So whatever you're doing, or whoever you are, or whatever you're dealing with, it's so general. I'm not even getting a storyline yet, other than this congregation of people, this group of people coming together. That's the most I've seen as far as what we might start to build a story off of. And it's tearing people down. It's taking, yes, here we go. It's taking people to a breaking point. You, them, everybody involved. I don't know. Could be all of the people involved, just a few, just you, just someone else. It doesn't matter. But whoever is experiencing this 10 of Wands, it's to a breaking point. And not in some great like revelation of, you know, well, after this, the healing begins. Like, I feel like breaking point, like, you know, end of the rope, my friend. I'm not feeling anything ominous here. What I'm feeling is simply just being so tired and so frustrated, and having tried to hold it all together for however long, weeks, months, years, I don't care. And that is just become the burden itself. Living, oh my God. No, see, that's the thing. I'm not predicting anything ominous, but somebody has the prospect, the perspective, thank you, the perspective that living is the burden. Now, listen, the type of reader I am, and I watch other people on YouTube, I don't see this shit come out in other people's readings. These heavy ass messages. I'm not angry. I'm just expressing this. I don't want to downplay what I'm going to say, because it is impactful, but I don't want people to be overly alarmed. Be concerned, be cognizant, be diligent, but I don't think, I mean, you know your situation better than I do, but this whole aspect, or this perspective of living is the burden, someone's in a mind space of suicidal thoughts. One of the symptoms of depression, okay? And I'm not saying that in a matter-of-fact tone, as in to downplay. Again, if this triggers you, if this keys you in on something, if this gives you affirmation, and you need to, and if you feel this is a call to action, go for it. If there's someone around you that you are concerned with, if you are the person who's experiencing suicidal thoughts, get some help. But again, I told you here, there's a resistance to help. I'm not feeling anything ominous is going to come of this. I don't think we're talking, you know, sometimes, I'm no professional. But for me personally, I know what I've been through, and I know what other people have been through. Sometimes it's just the thought, and it's there, and it lingers there. Are you going to act on it? Or is someone else going to act on it? Sometimes not. So you know what you need to be wary of. You know what you need to be worried of, or you know what you need to do in terms of prevention, in terms of seeking help, in terms of suggesting and reaching out and offering help. Okay? I don't want to downplay it, but I also don't want to act like, oh, casually, you know, suicidal thoughts. Oh, who cares? You know, no, not at all. But I'm telling you energetically what I'm feeling. This is not a guarantee. Don't take this to the bank. You know what I mean? Be discerning. Be logical here. If I'm sitting here just to, if you're dealing with someone, or you yourself have had repeated thoughts of suicide, if it comes up in your life regularly, that's an issue of concern. If this is, whatever, I can't explain it other than I'm not worried. I don't think it'll be to the point where someone has, takes that step, okay? But I also don't want it to underplay it and act like it's all casual and nobody should give a shit. We do need to give a shit, but we don't want to overplay or underplay it, okay? That's what I'll say. Now, if it's not to that point of suicidal thoughts, of lamenting and feeling like living is the biggest part of suffering, damn, come on, who is that? If you cannot help yourself, I would suggest that you accept help from others. If you're in that headspace, if that's how you're feeling and that's how you're thinking and that's how you're viewing life, reach out, man. Now, yeah, I mean, this is very heavy. It's very serious, because I think in a way, this person, whether it's you or someone else, is kind of in an echo chamber in their mind, in their emotions, in their outlook on life. An echo chamber. What do I mean by that? Meaning like a void. Listless, in between, neither here nor there. That's a it's a weird thing. I don't know that I can express it correctly, but it feels like this apathy, maybe. Apathy, thank you. We'll go with apathy. It's when someone's apathetic, that's like really hard to implore them or implore the self or introduce into the self some sense of reason, purpose. Thank you. Some sense of purpose. What am I good for? Nothing. Like, even then, that might even be more pessimistic than it is apathetic, What are you good for? What's the purpose of, what's the meaning of my life? Why am I here on earth? Nothing. Okay. So that shows apathetic is like that weird in between of, I don't know, it doesn't even matter anyway. That to me can be a little bit more disarming or alarming than someone who says, "Oh, I'm good for nothing." Okay, we can find things about you or about your life that hold value, and we can talk about it. As a friend, as a counselor. I'm not a counselor, but this could be a therapist saying this to you, or a mentor or something like that, right? The person who says, I don't know, what does it matter anyway? It's like, because when you say nothing, you're judging yourself. When you say, I don't know, it doesn't really matter, it's like, I don't know. There's something about the apathetic thing. Maybe that speaks to one or two of you. But my gosh, my friends, this is one of the most difficult readings I've ever done in a general on my channel in like the almost 3 years that I've had it. Wow. So what happens next? Somebody is, okay, maybe somebody is making moves, but I don't know. Because I don't want to. Okay. Oh, okay. Because this is confusing me, and I'm like, maybe they are, maybe they're not, maybe they are, maybe they're not. I was like back and forth. I am not a doctor. I am not any type of licensed professional to administer or talk about mental health care, but I'm telling you, whoever's in this energy needs some type of professional help. I don't know how you can get someone on board with that if they refuse, if they're avoidant. But that's what's necessary here, because I was sitting here like, what is this? These are like almost contrasts. And I mentioned the word bipolar earlier. And they're reminding me that maybe I have mentioned the word bipolar in a Libra reading as of the later part of 2019. So November, October, September, I may have mentioned it. I don't recall. They're not giving me a clear answer on that. But so what I'm seeing here is somebody who fluctuates between these two very disparate energies. The first being this Fool card. Secondary major arcana for Aquarius. So some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius, but you don't have to be. So this Fool energy is very happy-go-lucky, open to adventure, open to new things, very spontaneous, is not afraid of the world, has all kinds of great ideas and dreams that they wish to pursue. And like you can see, they take their bags, they take their belongings, they take their gumption and their intention and their excitement and lust for life, and they plunge forward. They charge forward. They walk into unknown territories. They walk into unknown situations. They take risks, and they kind of, live by the seat of their pants. The Fool is often a beneficial energy or an auspicious energy, and can be sort of an amazing energy to have. But I'm telling you, whoever is in this energy, I'm not saying, again, not a professional, cannot give you a diagnosis, but there is this tinge, this flavoring. That's a terrible word to use, but that's what they're giving me. There's this flavoring of bipolarism or something to that effect, something similar to it, that's at play here. Somebody is living with this disposition, this mental or physiological makeup that maybe is just natural. As far as I understand, a lot of people are born with these chemical imbalances. Some of their neurotransmitters just don't fire correctly or don't process, certain chemicals and hormones the right way. And so they are, for their entire life, constantly going between these two polar opposites, yeah? Not a diagnosis, but whoever is here in this reading today that is meant to resonate with this message, you have someone in your life that's like this, or this is your life. And again, to varying degrees of intensity. Some people, it's so intense, like you're medicated, you are in therapy, you are doing everything under the sun to try and mediate this or get some kind of regulation in your life, get some kind of balance in your life. And it has been a lifelong struggle. Some of you, this is a recent development. Some of you, this is circumstantial. You're all going to come at it from different perspectives and experiences. This Fool energy is that high of highs, that peak, that standing on the mountaintop, feeling nothing in life can take you down. Life is your oyster. Life is yours to take and grab by the balls and do what you want with it. And you're optimistic. That is a part, again, of my general, college level understanding of bipolarism. It feeling invincible in some cases. All right. We get to the Hangman and we become something different. The Low of Lows, the Valley. It's not a card about being depressed traditionally in tarot. However, this Hanged Man, the imagery, I'm not going to interpret it. Look at that card. Given everything that I've said about this reading thus far, what does that image kind of portray to you? It's not a challenge. There is no right or wrong answer. I want you to take a look at it. And if it strikes and triggers you, I apologize, but apparently this is what I do with my channel. I give the hard fucking lessons, or I give the hard fucking readings. I don't, I'm not going to get a soapbox about what I do or my purpose here. I'll save that for a video in the future. I'll save that for when it's appropriate to address it. But there have been a few readings this month in the mids and also in December and even back into November. I have just been getting a lot of very, quote unquote, what I would say real readings for people. Not to say other readers are fake. No, that's not what I'm saying. Real as in I talk about shit that I don't see other readers talk about. Literally. Now, what does that mean? Oh, God. Again, I said I wouldn't get on a soapbox. It's not about me. It's about you guys. It's about your life. So, look at the image. What does it tell you? What message is coming across to you? Use your intuition. Listen to your guides. Do whatever you need to do. If you're coming to this for a spiritual hit, or you're coming to this for some type of spiritual insight, listen to your guides, listen to your gut, listen to your instincts, okay? Your intuition, all that stuff. I don't mean to upset anybody. I don't mean to trigger anybody, but that's how they want me to, that's how they've been pushing me. My guides have been pushing me. Tough love, tough love. Get right to the nooks and crannies of this. So this hangman, beyond the imagery, this is someone, careful with the word choice, thank you. This is someone positioning themselves to look at life, or look at their life, in such a way that maybe it's distorted. Meaning, the hangman traditionally in tarot encourages you to suspend your understanding of things as they are now. To consider that not everything is as it appears to be, or there might be other factors or other elements in play within a certain situation that you are not privy to, that you're not aware of, or you simply can't understand. This is, again, traditionally in tarot, is encouraging the individual, the querent, right, or whoever we're talking about in this reading, to grow, to enhance, or reinvent, well, maybe not reinvent, but reconsider what they know about a situation. That might be at play here. Everything that I said, I don't know who that's coming from or going towards. I don't know how that message needs to be applied per se, but that all might apply here, where we need to reconsider something. We need to either refocus or reevaluate something, take a step back and reevaluate, because that's the other thing about the hangman. It is about a timeout, stepping away to gain clarity, to gain insight, to get in touch with those intuitive spaces, right? That could be at play here. Again, not a doctor, not a professional. This is not a diagnosis. And this is also, not a prescription. This is not me saying this is the way to fix it. But maybe for some of you, a helpful part is getting into, like I said, this more in intuitive or spiritual space. Maybe conventional ways of seeking help. Maybe therapy isn't the way. Maybe you need something more holistic. And that, I don't know where you live, but where I live, that's on the rise. Where I live, holistic therapy is on the rise. What do I mean? Reiki, therapy that includes meditation. You go and you talk with a therapist, with a counselor, and then at some point in that session, you guys go over meditative practices. They bust out the Tibetan singing bowl, they knock on the side of it, and you both inhale and exhale very deeply. That's what I mean. If you have been going to more conventional therapists, psychologists and psychotherapists, or psychiatrists, and it hasn't worked, try your best to find a holistic doctor. Maybe. Okay? Now, the other part of this hanged man is related to that apathetic strain or perspective that I mentioned earlier. I feel, again, the hangman is that time of deep reflection, of trying to see things from another point of view, but that apathy says it's not worth it. Says, now that I'm not in this, very, happy-go-lucky energy of the Fool, and I'm coming down from that high, I'm coming down from feeling inspired and in touch with the world and in touch with my life and feeling, I can take on anything. And now that I'm in my despair, I have no motivation or give a shit enough to even want to work on anything. This is not accusations. This is not diagnoses. This is not blaming. This is the energy. I am transmitting the message. If it is difficult to hear, I apologize. If it is triggering to you, I apologize. But if you read my little bio that I made, again, almost 3 years ago, I tell you, I'm going to give the message as it comes to me. If it helps you, great. If it doesn't help you, if this has been not your reading at all, I'm happy for you, because this is very difficult. And I'm not going to spin it and make it into something that I don't feel. I don't know who I have to tell this to. But, I'll make a video about that in the future. Now, the outcome for the reading, Libra, is the 8 of Swords. So, for the time being, things are just not going to get that much better. This 8 of Swords traditionally in tarot talks about being stuck, mentally stuck, feeling as if you have no out, feeling as if you can't get over a situation or you can't find solutions to a situation. It also can feel as though the circumstances around you, the people around you, the conversations that you have, the spaces that you live in or work in are confining to you, and you just can't get free. You can't express who you truly are. Those are more the traditional understandings of tarot. This deck in particular, this 8 of Swords always reminds me of the 8 of Wands, which is in this deck. Does it even have, in this deck it has a similar look as well. And so the 8 of Wands, again, just in the artwork, shows 8 wands flying through the air. Now, these swords aren't flying through the air, they're being held up or whatever, but I do get the sense that what we might see is some open communication. We might see people take up swords meaning instruments of communication, or intentions behind communication, right? So taking up a sword, you, them, whoever is involved, 8 people, this could be a whole family affair. This could be a family sit down, a family talk, to address what we've been dealing with pertaining a specific person or specific dynamics in relationships, whatever. This could be everybody involved kind of getting honest and getting real and acknowledging what's happening, acknowledging the trouble spots. That does not sit well, most likely, with whoever the Queen of Cups is. You, someone else, it does not matter. This prospect of talking openly, expressing and exchanging ideas, exchanging possible solutions to the problems at hand, opening up and offering help, opening up and saying, I don't want your fucking help. I don't want anybody's help. I'm if someone has, okay, that's another thing. Because burdens can be carried in silence. Someone might be suffering in silence this whole time. Holy shit. And so to essentially, quote unquote, come clean and admit I've been struggling mentally, emotionally. I don't feel capable of this, that, or the other. To admit these issues, these problems, is more than someone might be prepared to do at this moment. So, it's very difficult. Super difficult. This is, I think I said it earlier, this is like the most difficult reading I've possibly ever done. Or, one of the most. Overall energy, Libra, is the Devil card. Major Arcana for Capricorn. Some of you may be dealing with a Capricorn. Now listen, what was their reading? I'm trying to recall if there was overlap in the Capricorn reading. Hold on. I don't remember. And it was just like yesterday or the day before that I did it. So I'm sorry for not remembering, but in general, I could be wrong, and obviously you don't have to do this at all, but I feel like there's a possibility that Capricorn also had a difficult reading, that Capricorn also had issues, not of everything that we've talked about, but just general not so nice energy to deal with. And so if you are in some ways with a Capricorn, yes, okay. They're not telling me what it was, but they're showing me what I recently saw on my analytics. My creator analytics was that there was a lot of like displeasure or like, you know, quote unquote negative feedback in terms of likes and dislikes on the Capricorn reading. Ah, I got it. It was a very difficult reading as well. I do remember it. I'm not going to repeat what happened in that video, not to bait you and tell you to go watch it, but it's just two very similar tones here where we're having revelations about a person's circumstance or their state of being, their state of mind that maybe has been glossed over or not acknowledged before. That's what I'll say. This is the similar feeling. Now, back to what this says about your reading. If you're not dealing with a Capricorn, this does speak to some type of oppression, some type of addiction in some cases. Not all. Obviously, not all. It would be impossible, my friends. So again, don't take the parts that don't apply to you, okay? So oppression, addiction. In general, the devil as an entity and as an archetype in tarot is about control, is about self-perceptions. Yeah, I used to use this example more earlier in my channel, and I kind of got off of it. But I'm going to go back to it. If you think about the devil from the Bible, and I'm not a religious person, but here's the gist of it. He tricked people into thinking something was real when it was not. Something would happen when it did not. He is a trickster, right, in the Bible and as an archetype in the tarot. So, remember I said willing, capable, or able. It's a little harder to argue that if you have a biochemical or physiological issue with why you might not be willing, capable, or able to do something, or willing, capable, or able to face something. But in some cases, it's a matter of self-deception or the deception of another person, or the like you can see here, like how the devil has marionette strings over the mariachi band. Someone else controls you. Someone else influences you to think these things or feel these ways about yourself. This could signal that was in the Capricorn reading, some long history of abuse. And that being, not going to get into that. Nope, not going to get into that. But I hope if that was your story, if that rang a bell for you, you get it. There's a potential that someone else influenced the current state of affairs or the current, perspective and experience of another person by being manipulative, by being an oppressor, by being an abuser. Not to call anyone out. Do not go and run up to the person who's a Capricorn in your life and saying, you're an abuser, you're an oppressor. No, it's bigger than just, people's zodiac signs. That energy is either in one specific person, or that energy or aspects of this energy is proliferated throughout the entire situation. Issues of abuse amongst several people. Issues of addiction amongst several people. And again, addiction is more than drugs and alcohol. Addiction or the aspect of coping by relying on crutch things or behaviors or indulgences. Thank you. Indulgences, right? Again, like one of the quick go-tos of, if it's not drugs or alcohol, sex. Overeating. In some case, no, I'm not going to get into it because I'm not a damn doctor. Listen, Libra, that's your reading. I feel terrible when I come out of these heavier readings and I ask for this stuff, because it's like there's no comfortable transition. But here we go. If you like this reading, Libra, if there was something here that resonated with you, that spoke to you, that confirmed something for you, or gave you clarity, please hit the like button. Leave a comment if you choose, letting me know how this resonated with you. If you want, you can share the video, let other people see this message. Maybe it will resonate with them. Maybe it will help them out. Okay? And of course, if you're not subscribed and you think you want to subscribe and continue to see my content, please subscribe. I'm gonna just wrap it up. I'll be back in January for the January readings on the monthlies and the mids. Again, I'll go live for the collective in mid-January for everybody. And yeah, so if you want to see me in the future, please subscribe. If not, I thank you so much for watching this video, Libra. Take care. Bye.